Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? So I thought I'd do a little video for you guys that kind of talks about my music start, how I started, why I got into playing guitar, why I'm doing this YouTube channel, this new project that I've been working on. That way you guys can kind of get to know me a little bit better and kind of understand why I'm doing this. So I started playing guitar when I was 20 years old. I was studying at Inver Hills Community College in Minnesota here, and I had to take a music credit in order to earn my associate's degree. I was just doing an AA degree there, and I just stumbled upon a group guitar class. Everybody pretty much learned the same thing in that class. We were just doing basic music, kind of individual notes and stuff as a group, learning rhythm, learning how to read music and stuff. And my instructor for that class was a guy by the name of Anthony Titus, and he's still an instructor there. He's taught at St. Thomas University as well. But basically, after I took that group class, I really got into guitar and I wanted to learn more about it. So I ended up taking individual lessons with him, private lessons with him through the school for 3 semesters, more after that semester. And I finally got my first guitar. The first guitar I bought was a flamenco Yamaha guitar. I got that from Roseville Guitar Center. This is, I think, 4 years ago. For about a year there, I had managed with my stepmom's acoustic guitar. It had an extra thin neck, but I tried doing fingerstyle with it and managed for a short time. But eventually I knew I needed to get a nylon string guitar, so that's what ended up happening. But so after I took a few more semesters of lessons with Anthony Titus, I went for a couple years just kind of teaching myself, self-taught. Learning various songs either online on YouTube or trying to read through music that I had on me, some books that I had still. And then about a year and a half ago, I started taking lessons again at Modern Day Music in West St. Paul. And that's really where I kind of started to get more serious again about guitar and more into it, and kind of had a sense of direction again. I mostly play classical guitar. I do mess around with kind of electric and acoustic from time to time, but I feel most comfortable with fingerstyle guitar, mostly classical and stuff. I've just always liked the sound of nylon strings, and I've just always liked Spanish guitar overall. I lived in Spain in 2016 and stuff, and just hearing some of the street musicians, when you're there, you can hear, amazing stuff when you walk through the street and just listen what people are playing and stuff. The flamenco music there is incredible. So that was kind of a big influence on me as well. The whole thing of, I studied Spanish as one of my majors in college and stuff, and that seemed to kind of just be intertwined with guitar, and those things just went together so well. So kind of the mutual interest, the interest in both those things kind of just worked really well together, kind of worked. So anyways, so yeah, so nylon string's kind of the main thing. Yeah, so I still currently take lessons at Modern Day Music. I take 2 lessons a week, I should say. I take 1 jazz lesson and 1 classical guitar lesson. My classical guitar instructor is Cyrus Wolf. He's a younger guitarist, fantastic player and great teacher. So I've been working with him for about a year and a half, and then I work with also Joe. he's my jazz instructor. He's the owner of Modern Day Music here in West St. Paul, where I live. So yeah, so I've been doing that, and that's been really helping with my progress and stuff. It's really kind of brought me to a whole new level as a guitarist and a musician and stuff. You know, working with those guys, because they're amazing musicians in their own right. So very fortunate to have them showing me the way with music. So I guess what the biggest thing that got me into guitar was I was always a huge fan of Guns N' Roses and kind of some of that heavier rock and roll and stuff. Am still currently, and always was a huge fan of Slash. He was probably my biggest influence in terms of electric guitar. I just always loved his riffs and stuff, and his solos are absolutely amazing. Every time I hear a solo from him, from his Apocalyptic Love album, I just get goosebumps, because it's just something about it just speaks to me, the way he phrases you know, his notes, his vibrato. That's always something that always stood out to me about him, was his vibrato that he did. So another big influence for me, obviously Paco de Lucia from Spain. I'm still learning some of the flamenco techniques, like the rasgueados and stuff like that. But I love his music. I love his style of playing. His quick, very fast picado licks that he does are incredible. I wish I could play that fast, but yeah, that just takes time to develop that speed. So another big influence for me is Sergio Vallín. He's a guitarist from Maná, a Mexican rock band. He's classically trained. I just love his fingerstyle songs that he plays, and also his electric playing. He's just a great overall versatile player. He can do it all. So also Carlos Santana, I love his music, just kind of like that Latin flavor. So yeah, those are kind of a few of my biggest influencers in music. There's obviously, I could go on and on and on with other great musicians. There's an endless quantity of amazing musicians that have impacted me in a sort of way. I'm always listening to new songs and trying to discover new melodies and hear different ideas and stuff like that. I think it just helps with creativity too, with your own music and stuff. So yeah, so that kind of wraps up with my musical, I guess, heroes. So yeah, the main goal with my YouTube channel, like what I mentioned earlier that I was going to talk about, is I'm just basically trying to fill the internet with more positive, I guess, stuff in a simple way, I guess, to put it. I think a lot of times we see nowadays is just fear-based stuff, just negative stuff that gets put on there. So I'm just trying to fill it with you know, positivity, something that's uplifting, that people enjoy listening to. And so my goal for my channel is to upload a video every week of a new song, a new piece, a new classical piece, a new rock piece, a new acoustic, whatever kind of comes to mind. And you guys are more than welcome to make suggestions or requests. I'll try to do my best to find an arrangement or come up with an arrangement myself of that song. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. It's just kind of like a side hobby of mine. I don't really do it to make money or anything like that. But obviously the likes and the subscribing and stuff is great. And I've heard nothing but positive things to this point. So thank you guys for all your nice comments and stuff. It means a lot, and words of encouragement as well to push forward. So But yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps it all up. Just to give you an idea of why I'm doing what I'm doing, kind of where I started with music, why I got into it, what inspires me still. So thank you guys so much for listening and supporting my channel and watching my videos and stuff and listening to the music I put out. I really appreciate it, and I'll keep letting you guys know when I'm performing live and updating you guys along the way with new videos that will be coming up in the future. So thanks so much, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Take care.